Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a minute, but I hope in all this time that I've essentially been away, we've all been looking after our finances. So we are in the last month of the final quarter of the year. I just want to know, how are you doing? How are you tracking? What's happening with your finances, right? So I attended a career acceleration summit recently, and I just liked how this time of the year, as was said, is a time to reflect, right? Let's reflect back on our finances. Like, how are we doing? What happened to the budget that we've set up? Did we keep to it? Did we not? Did we do well in that department? What about those goals that we had for our money, right? Did you get that car? Did you get the house? Did you free yourself from debt? Like, what is happening? What's going on? So, I just like to talk about these three aspects that she spoke of, and also a tool that maybe we can use to check at this time of the year before we get into the place where it's so busy with going to family and so forth, just before we get to that, right? So she spoke of three concepts, right? It was a lovely coach that ran the session. She spoke of three concepts, right? How we review. She spoke of checking on things that you did well on. So with regards to your finances, what did you really excel in? And then she speaks of the second part where we said, where did it not go well? Or what are the things I just didn't take off when I look at my financial goals this year? And then lastly, she speaks of where are the places that you're stagnant, right? Where are the places that it feels like, no man, I've been on this path. For example, let's say, let me see, maybe with debt. Maybe you know that there's a particular debt where you feel like you've just been stagnant. You haven't either been increasing your repayments, decreasing the actual amount that you owe, but you just keep in that hamster wheel when it comes to that. So just check in with those three things. And then as we look ahead to the coming year, right? With the three aspects that we just spoke about, what are the things you need to stop doing that will get you? So, what do you need to stop doing that perhaps led you to not achieving certain things, or maybe that led you to get to a place where you're stagnant with some of your financial goals or with either your debts, right? What are those things that you need to look into, and what are those things that you need to stop doing? What do you need to start doing? So what better things or better ways can you put in place in order to get yourself to a place where you are winning at all your financial goals, or at everything that you set out for the coming year? And also, what are the things you need to continue doing? I mean, all those things that got you to the number one where you feel like you excelled there, those are the things that you need to continue doing. So what are those things that you need to continue doing? Um, if for example it's let's see, I'm trying to think. If for example it's having no store account, for example, maybe at some point you had a store account, you paid it off, and you don't have a store account anymore. Is that something you should continue doing because it works in your favor in terms of your financial goals and where you want to get? So those are the things that we should think about as we draw to a close of the year. Don't forget, I do have a journal that I have out in the market, and well, it's not far and wide, but you can always reach out to me. I'll place my handles down below for my socials, where you can then direct message me or even comment here, right? If you need something to check, at least you'll be starting out nicely from the beginning of the year. It's a nice spread out from January to December. It splits into different quarters in order for you to track at every quarter. How are you doing with your finances? How are you doing with your credit repayments? How are you doing with your debt? And also helping you to set out a budget plan and a spending plan. And you can also then fill out. This will help you now better prepare or plan when it comes to your budgeting, right? You have a column where you're saying, this is what I expect to do with my money, right? This amount hits my account. These are the things that I'm obligated to do or discretionary and so forth. But you then go back and you sit with yourself and you say, actually, if I plan for 500 for food for the week and I actually spent 600, that helps you plan better for the next month, right? So that you know that actually my realistic spending is 600 rand. So you then keep tweaking and improving, and at every quarter you can check in with yourself. So that's one of the two you can use. And also, like I said, what do you need to stop? What do you need to start? What do you need to continue when it comes to finances? And linking your goals to your financial goals must link back to how you are spending your money. So let's check in with ourselves before all the festivities start to come from everywhere, from every direction, because already like there's a lot that's happening in December. So before we get to that point where we literally have no time to sit and reflect, let's do that. Let's reflect. Let's see where we are. Let's see how we are tracking. Let's get better with our spending, and let's plan for the year ahead. Let's win financially in the coming year, right? So I think that's all that I wanted to share at this time of the year, in the last month of the year, in terms of our finances and how we are then going to check in with ourselves. Let's do that, and then I'll see you again in the coming year with new videos. I hope to post more, right? It's been a busy and a crazy year with lots happening, but let's again check in with ourselves, plan for a better year ahead, and let our financial goals let's win with those financial goals that we've put down for the coming year. So thank you for watching. If this will help someone else, do share, and yeah, let's win financially. See you on the next one.